In the ancient kingdom of Zamfari, a peaceful land with golden fields and singing rivers, lived a young boy named Kato, known for his kindness and bravery. One quiet dawn, raiders from a distant war-torn land stormed the village, capturing Kato and several others. He was bound, marched for days, and sold into slavery in the faraway kingdom of Kudum, a land ruled by strict warriors and stone-faced nobles. Though his body was chained, Kato's spirit remained unbroken, and he promised himself he would survive, no matter the suffering. In Kudum, Kato was assigned to work in the palace stables. While others cried or rebelled, he watched, listened, and learned. Through hardship, he sharpened his mind, noticing how the palace guards trained, how the council argued, and how the king made decisions. Every night, he whispered to himself, "A slave today does not mean a slave forever." Unknown to him, fate was already preparing a path that would make his name echo through generations. Unlike the other slaves, Kato showed compassion even when nobody expected it. When an elderly stable master collapsed from heat and exhaustion, Kato carried water to him, fanned him, and stayed until the man recovered. This act was witnessed by Princess Lema, the king's only daughter. She was impressed by a slave who had more compassion than many nobles who walked proudly in silk robes. She ordered that Kato be moved from the stables to work inside the palace walls. Inside the palace, Kato's intelligence began to shine brighter. He learned to read scrolls, recite proverbs, and even play the balafon during palace ceremonies. The elders were shocked that a slave understood strategy, history, and diplomacy better than some of their own sons. Princess Lema often debated with him about governing a kingdom, and each time she left even more amazed. Without knowing it, Kato was slowly becoming the most trusted servant in the palace. One night, a heavy darkness fell upon the kingdom. A drought struck for the first time in decades. The rivers dried, and famine crept like a hungry beast. The people blamed the king for angering the ancestors, and opposition began to grow. A rebellion formed in the shadows, plotting to remove the king from power. The palace trembled with fear, for enemies were both outside and inside its walls. During a secret council meeting, Kato bravely spoke out. He advised the king to open the royal grain stores and send envoys to neighboring kingdoms for help. Many nobles mocked him. How dare a slave speak of ruling matters? But the king, desperate and shaking, chose to listen. The envoys succeeded, aid arrived, and the famine eased. For the first time, the king looked at Kato not as a slave, but as a man who carried wisdom deeper than gold. The rebellion finally struck. Angry warriors invaded the palace at midnight, swords flashing like lightning. In the chaos, many nobles fled, abandoning the king they once praised. But Kato stayed. He shielded the frightened king, guiding him through hidden passages that only a few knew existed. When the rebels cornered them outside the palace walls, Kato stood firm, fighting with nothing but a staff. His courage bought enough time for the royal guards to regroup and push the rebels back. After the battle, the king gathered the surviving council members. He declared, "A man who protects his master with his life is worth more than those born into privilege." Before the entire court, the king freed Kato from slavery. The people celebrated him, singing songs of Kato the Brave, the slave who fought like a lion for a kingdom that was not his own. But fate had one more surprise waiting for him.
Shortly after peace returned, the old king fell ill. With no sons to inherit the throne, and with the nobles divided, the kingdom risked falling into war again. The ancestors were consulted, and the oracle declared that the next king must be a person of pure heart, courage, and wisdom. 3 qualities the kingdom agreed only Kato possessed. Princess Lema supported the decision, telling the council Kudum needs a leader, not a title. Kato is that leader. In a grand ceremony, witnessed by thousands, Kato was crowned King of Kudum, the first ruler who had risen from slavery to royalty. He ruled with fairness, kindness, and strength. Under his leadership, the kingdom prospered again, and his story spread across villages, deserts, and forests. A reminder that destiny does not ask where you begin, but where your courage leads you. And thus, the slave who was once bound in chains became a king whose name would live forever.